Nuts for enhancing cognitive health and alleviating Alzheimer's and dementia. Continuing our exploration of foods to combat dementia and optimize the diet for Alzheimer's patients, we delve into the realm of nuts. Renowned for their multifaceted benefits, nuts emerge as important components in the avoid dementia diet regimen and treatment for Alzheimer's. With their warm temperament, nuts, especially walnuts, serve as potent allies in rebalancing the cerebral environment, countering the coldness and dampness associated with conditions like Alzheimer's, dementia, memory loss, and Parkinson's. Their brain-boosting prowess is documented, contributing to the discourse on increasing brain power, enhancing memory, and serving as a gentle, yet effective dietary intervention in the realm of Alzheimer's and dementia treatment. Versatile in culinary applications, nuts seamlessly integrate into various dishes, soups, and salads, enriching the diet for dementia patients and emerging among the best foods to prevent Alzheimer's progression. For instance, consider the article, "For Simple Salad Recipes for Dementia and Alzheimer's Treatment and Memory Care." Important notes. I consider it very important to mention that according to the teachings of the holistic temperamental herbal medicine we talked about before, consuming walnuts without cheese, in fact, all-natural cheese, is harmful, and it is better to, or I can even say it is essential to consume them together and only at night. Also, according to the teachings of this healing medicinal system, the consumption of almonds with cheese is prohibited and harmful. In the following, we'll navigate through some articles and scholarly sources elucidating the impact of nuts on cognitive function. In a study published in Clinical Nutrition and was funded by the International Nuts and Dried Fruit Council, the researchers investigated the effects of daily nut consumption on cognition and brain health. They found that daily nut consumption benefited blood flow in the brain and verbal memory in older adults. In a part of the report of this study, titled, "Could Eating More Nuts Help Boost Memory Later in Life?" it is stated. Ultimately, they found that daily nut consumption increased blood flow in various brain areas, including the left frontal lobe, the bilateral prefrontal cortex, and the frontal lobe. They also found that nut consumption improved peripheral endothelial function, reduced arterial stiffness, and improved retinal microvasculature. Additionally, after consuming nuts, participants were able to remember 16% more words in a verbal memory task. In another part of the article, according to Danny Felber, an integrative brain health dietitian, it is stated, "Our brains are particularly susceptible to oxidative stress, which damages our brain cells over time, leading to a decline in memory and cognitive function. While cognitive decline is a normal part of the aging process, slower rates of cognitive decline are associated with a higher intake of antioxidants, which are vital for reducing oxidative stress. Nuts, particularly walnuts and pecans, have significant levels of antioxidants, even higher than blueberries, which are famous for their high antioxidant levels." In the abstract section of an article named, "Nut Consumption for Cognitive Performance, a Systematic Review," it is said, "We observed that studies targeting populations with a higher risk of cognitive decline tended to find a more favorable outcome. Furthermore, homogeneous findings were observed in the studies that specifically addressed the association between walnut consumption and cognitive performance. Out of the 6 studies, including 2 randomized controlled trials, only 1 did not find a positive association." And, in the conclusion section of this article we read, "The evidence summarized in the current review is inconclusive as to whether increasing nut consumption contributes to the maintenance of cognitive functions throughout life and reduces the risk of dementia. Nonetheless, it appears that the benefit of nut intake on cognition is more noticeable in individuals at higher risk of cognitive impairment. Furthermore, more consistent evidence indicates favorable effects of walnuts on cognition, although more studies are required to elucidate whether walnuts provide a superior advantage over other nuts. You can read more about this in the article, "Nuts, the Foods That Fight Dementia," which I have put its link in the description. Also, in this article, the link of the mentioned scientific articles and reports, and 4 more articles have been placed. In the ebook, Recipes for the Treatment of Alzheimer's and Dementia, you can find more than 40 recipes for improving and preventing Alzheimer's and dementia, some of which use nuts. The link is in the description. You can also find the link of the comprehensive ebook package of the best herbal medicines, instructions, foods, and recipes for treating Alzheimer's and dementia in the description. This comprehensive package contains 5 important ebooks that introduce you to the best and most effective herbal dementia medications, food combinations, or recipes, along with some useful activities, do's and don'ts, which have a great effect on the Alzheimer's and dementia treatment, all of which are based on the holistic, temperamental, and herbal medicinal principles.